Hi viewers, welcome to my channel. With this video, we'll start a Databricks playlist. Okay, we'll discuss what Azure Databricks. So Databricks is a cloud version of Spark. So in my previous playlist, we have discussed what is Spark. So what is RDD? Okay, what is data frame? Architecture of Spark, everything, how to integrate Spark with Hadoop. Okay, all these things we have discussed. Okay, if you didn't watch my Spark Scala videos, you can go through my other playlists. Okay, in this lecture, we'll discuss why what is a Spark, what are the features available in Databricks, and what is the difference between Databricks and Azure Databricks. What are the extra features Microsoft has added to Azure Databricks? Okay. So as we know earlier, Apache Spark is a lightning fast unified analytics engine for big data processing and machine learning. Okay, this we have known already. We have seen many examples. Okay, lightning fast unified analytics engine for big data processing. Spark is a open source. Okay, open source in-memory computing framework. Usually will use in a big data projects. Okay, it is compatible with the big data projects. If you are in big data Hadoop projects, you want to use in-memory computing means Spark. Okay, and the Spark is developed using a Scala language. So it will be most of the big data projects, Hadoop projects, we will use Spark with Scala. Okay, and only it is prior to this Spark framework in Hadoop big data ecosystem, we were having MapReduce. MapReducing is a okay, not in memory computing. So intermediate in MapReducing, it is slow when compared to Spark, and intermediate results in MapReduce will be stored in the disk. So disk read writes will be taking more time. So hence this Spark is a in-memory computing. Okay, so it will be very fast when 100 times faster than when compared to MapReduce. Okay, it is a open. Next point is in Spark is a open source. Okay, Spark is a open source means directly all the libraries required, everything will be available in Apache's website. Okay, it will support many APIs. Spark, right? Using Spark, we can read the data from many uh, input sources like CSV, JSON, Parquet, any database. Okay, using JDBC, we can connect to database for Spark, and we can process the data. Okay, many APIs are there to process any kind of data like structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data, all types of data we can process using a Spark and a distributed process engine. So in-memory computing, and also it is a distributed process engine. The whatever data set you are loading into Spark, that will be divided into multiple partitions, and each partition will be stored in across the cluster. Okay, Spark cluster. And unified platform for Spark SQL and graphics machine learning. So Spark is a one place where you can get all the libraries like to handle with structured data like Spark SQL, graphics, machine learning libraries, all the things available in at one place. Okay, that's why we are calling as a unified platform. Spark is a unified platform where you will get all the libraries to handle structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data, streaming data also. Okay, so what is the need of Databricks now? Okay, Databricks is nothing but a cloud version of a Spark. That's it. Spark we were using only in on-premise, that is Hadoop. Okay, in different versions of Hadoop we used to use Spark. Okay, or without Hadoop we can use Spark also. But recently from past 5-6 years, So data is rapidly increasing. Okay, huge data we need to handle. So people's lot of cloud providers came. Okay, nowadays. Okay, for them we need a cloud version of Spark. That's why that who developed the Spark, the developers, they started company like Databricks and they developed cloud version of Spark. Okay, cloud version of Spark. So what are the features when compared to Spark Databricks has? In Spark, we used to use whatever existing framework, that is Hadoop, Hadoop cluster only as a Spark cluster. But here, Databricks will have own separate cluster setup. Okay, you can create with your own cluster based on your data. You can create your own cluster in a Databricks. Okay, workspace and notebooks. Here in Spark, we used to write code in IntelliJ, right? Spark Scala means IntelliJ we used to write code. Like it, IntelliJ we used to write. Okay, but in Databricks, we were writing code in notebooks. Okay, and also Databricks we have workspace, like where we can upload the files, we can create notebooks, so everything we have workspace. Okay, once we started the course we can see all the, we can create workspace and we can create notebooks, everything we can see. Okay, but development where we used to write code in Spark is in Eclipse. The here same in Databricks notebooks. Okay, here everything in Eclipse IntelliJ. If you want to develop download some libraries, no, you have to download manually. So whereas in Databricks, everything what are the required libraries, everything ready made for you. Just you open the notebooks, you can write the code. So some lot of things are effort will be reduced in the Databricks. And also Databricks is 5 times faster than a normal Spark. Okay, it is little bit optimized. Okay, and in Databricks, when compared to Spark, we have a schema like databases we can create. Inside the database, tables also we can create. We will call as a we can maintain. We will call as a database. We can create databases. In the databases, we can create tables. Okay, like that is the main one of the main advantage in using Databricks. Next one more important feature is Delta Lake. In Databricks we have Delta Lake. Okay, that feature we don't have in Spark. Okay, Spark we is recommended to for analytics purpose only. You can read the data, you can join the data, you can perform aggregation operations, but DML operations not recommended in Spark. But in Databricks we have Delta Lake and we can perform ACID transactions like DML operation, nothing but DML operations. We can see in details when dealing with the Delta Lake. Okay, so Delta Lake is a latest lake house architecture. Okay, earlier in IT industry we used to have data warehouse. Until 2020 we have data lake. Now lakehouse architecture and Delta Lake architecture came. Okay, that we will discuss in detail in upcoming videos. Next, SQL analytics. SQL analytics also one separate model is there in Databricks. Directly you can deal with you can write SQL queries and you can process the data using SQL syntaxes. Okay. Here also like a Hive Metastore only we will use in SQL Analytics. Hive Metastore. How in big data Hadoop Hive is there, no? Same Hive MySQL syntax Metastore we will use in Databricks SQL Analytics module. Next, machine learning. In Databricks we have good support for machine learning. We can get all the libraries required for machine learning in the Databricks. So these are the few differences between Spark and Databricks. Okay, the Databricks is a company and they have some come up with they started a new cloud version of Spark Databricks. Now other all data engineering for the data engineering projects and analytics projects, companies started using Azure cloud, AWS cloud, and GCP cloud. Okay, so people, so if they want to use Databricks in cloud, they should they need the Databricks, because people already from past 5 to 10 years, people started developing analytics in Spark. They are familiar with the Spark, hence because it is in memory company, it is fast. So they are expecting, all the companies, they are expecting Databricks to be in cloud. So Databricks, Microsoft also taken Databricks and they renamed as Azure Databricks. Same Databricks available in GCP also. Same Databricks available in AWS also. Okay. The billing based on our Databricks VMs. For example, Azure Databricks, how the cost they will distribute the VM, what are all the hardware you are using in Azure. For that, Azure will take that bill. Normal processing, the Databricks will take the bill. Okay, okay. So when compared to Databricks, Azure Databricks has a, so they added some more features to the existing Databricks. Okay, that is unified portal. Nothing but directly from the portal you can open. We can connect to the Azure Databricks. Okay, from Azure portal itself you can open the Azure Databricks and you can continue your work. And also lot of extra features added. Microsoft added lot of extra features to the Databricks, like connecting to Azure Data Lake Storage and Synapse, okay, and Azure Data Factory, Cosmos DB, Azure SQL. All these features they have added extra. Microsoft added to the Databricks. Okay, and messaging services, like Microsoft added a few more like messaging services, like event Azure Event Hubs, all these things to the Azure Databricks. And also Power BI. Okay, Power BI direct support is available in Azure Databricks. Okay, directly you can connect Power BI can connect to Azure Databricks, Delta Lake tables and visualize the data. Okay, and also Azure DevOps, the integration. Microsoft provided features to uh, uh, integrate Azure Databricks with Azure DevOps easily. Okay, these are the extra features given by the Microsoft, added by the Microsoft to the existing Databricks. Okay, so this is the introduction about Spark, why Spark, what is the Databricks. Okay, and from the Databricks, what are the extra features my Azure Databricks will has, and what are the extra features Microsoft has added to the Databricks, existing Databricks framework. Okay, next we'll create in next videos we'll see other Azure Databricks architecture and everything, and we'll start with the practicals. Okay, thanks for watching the video.